Hey guys, real super quick before you watch this video, I'm having some serious dubbing issues when I use iMovie, and I apologize for that. I've tried everything and I can't get it to sync up properly. If anybody has any suggestions, please put them in the comments below or private message me or leave it on the Ravelry board, and I thank you in advance. And if the dubbing is going to drive you crazy, this might not be the video for you to watch. So with that being said, here you go. Hey guys, it's Erin or Gimme Yarn 418, and thank God it's finished. I don't know why I've been singing that lately, but I'm here with Thank God It's Finished, or TGIF, and I am trying to do this on a more regular basis so you get to see me 2 weeks in a row. How exciting. Yay! Let's just get right into it, I guess. This week has been pretty okay. Dealing with some health stuff and for Kristen, and a lot of driving around and playing plumber, which I'm happy to report I did get the drain to work. Woohoo! So we can take a shower instead of a shower bath, which is always nice. So you didn't come here to hear about that stuff, so let's just get right into what I have been doing this week crafting wise. First thing I have to show you is completed fleece socks that I can actually show you. I have one pair that I don't have with me. Dewey, you're going to have to sit down. One pair I don't have with me because I gave it to Kristen's mom, but I made these fleece socks, and you can't really see them, but it's the same pattern that I showed last week, and I know somebody went out and purchased the pattern for themselves and said they were really easy. They are really easy as long as you make sure you're stretching the fleece in the right way. So I made these for Kristen, and I made the same fabric for her mom. And then I also made her a pair out of this fabric, which is really pretty. They don't look like much, but she loves them. So if I didn't write knit 14 pair of socks on my goals, I would be way ahead, because I've made 4 pair of fleece socks. I have 2 more cut out, and I've knit a pair of socks. I'd be almost done. So that's the first thing. The next thing, I have notes as always. The next thing I finished, I'm going to put in a video clip here because it has been mailed out. So the first thing I have that is being mailed out, these are both free patterns on Ravelry. They both call for a DK or sport weight yarn, but I used Knit Picks Brava worsted, and it worked out just fine. I did a few modifications on this. This is the top knot baby hat. The color is mint. All I did was eliminate some of the rounds between the decreases because it's a heavier weight yarn, so I know my row gauge was going to be a little bigger. And then the seamless yoke baby sweater, again in the same color. I think it came out pretty cute. This is the newborn 0 to 3 month size. So those are going in the mail. The next item I have was made out of Knit Picks Brava worsted, which is a 100% acrylic. Comes in 218 yards, and it's only $3.99, which is a pretty reasonable price, I think. And it's from this book, Crochet in a Day for Baby. It's called in the book the Gray and White Pullover, which is oh so original. And I knit this out of color Blush and Silver in the 12-month size. And here it is. I think this is really stinking cute. And it's so cute. I love the color combo of the gray with the pale pink. And this only took me about 3 hours, maybe 4, with finishing and sewing in ends and stuff. But it was a fun knit, not a knit, fun crochet. And I think I'm going to make another one. The last FO I have is actually spinning. You saw before the singles of my friends in fiber in the Bollywood, and I actually finished a skein, and I've already picked out the project I'm going to make with this, so stay tuned for that. And I got 130 yards of a 2-ply, And this is a little bit thick and thin because I'm still a beginner, but I would say it's probably a light worsted weight. And I love it. I think it's beautiful. What I'm going to make out of it is a little, I don't know if it's a chicken or a rooster, but I think the colors are perfect for it. And this was Falkland. Yeah, Falkland. I still have a lot of singles left on my Lazy Kate over here that I'm going to practice some Navajo plying with. I tried it. I did attempt it with some leftover singles I had, but it was an epic fail. So I'm going to try. I'm not giving up. I'll get there. Yeah. So those are my FOs. 4 FOs in a week. Not too bad. Actually 5 if you count the hat and the sweater separately. Next is on to my works in progress. I am still working on my sloth. The test, which I have to have finished for tomorrow. The test of the sloth, Artemis. He's going to be released in a book. He is by... I'm looking for the front page. I can't find it. Here it is. By Kate E. Hitchcock, who is Patchwork Moose on Ravelry. I test a lot of her patterns. And I had a little bit of trouble with it, but I think it was more my brain. Did find a few things, suggestions that I'll make to her. I have one arm done. I have all the fingers done. I have the body. I have the head. I have the muzzle and the eye patch and the eyebrows. I have his little vest done. And I have one more thing. Oh, and I have his bow tie. I do have to add I need to spray block this and I need to add a button to this. And I'm just working on, I have 3 more arms to go. Oh, I also have his telescope because he's an astronomer. So there you go. Do I look like an astronomer? So I'm going to finish him up today. On to my socks. I was hoping to have these done by today, but things just, it's been a busy week in terms of having to go here and there. You saw last week I finished a sock. I actually don't know if I'm any further this week, but that's okay. I'm alright with it. I might get this done this weekend. I would like to work on finishing up some of these almost done projects because I have a big one coming up that I want to do that I'll show you. The project with the African flowers, the gray, teal, and white one I showed last week, I've had no progress on that. The cross stitch, I've had no progress on that. And my Christmas ball that I started in December, no progress on that. My hopes are this week to finish the African flower project, the Christmas ball, Artemis, and maybe my socks. We'll see. Oh, and I also want to finish this. Just a few things. I don't need sleep. It's overrated, right? I'd also like to finish this, which is the little scallops hat. And I did get a little bit of work done on this while waiting in the waiting rooms at the doctor's and whatnot. Dog hair, no extra charge. This is just simple stockinette, so I don't even have to be thinking about this to do this, which is I think why this has become my purse knitting. And I would have to go somewhere to actually get purse knitting done. What's this? Oh, that's what's coming up. I'm also working on a Bernice Mountain Dog hat, but you guys have all seen that. It's just a black hat at this point. And I started my Addie project that I had floating around in my mind. And it's going to be a log cabin blanket. And I've worked out all my numbers here. And I'm going to be sharing this once it's done, if it's successful. I'm machine knitting this out of Red Heart's Soft, just because I had it, because you know I'm not buying any yarn. And I have 9 different colors, which I showed last week, I believe. Here's what I have so far sewn together. I have several more strips made, but I haven't sewn them on. I'm hoping to sew on some more strips while I watch the Super Bowl. I don't really follow football, but I want to see the halftime show and eat Super Bowl food and see the commercials. So that's what I'll be doing during the Super Bowl. So yeah, it's coming out great. It took a lot of trial and error to get the math right, but so far so good. And once it's all done, I have an extra skein of the gray and I'm going to crochet a edge around the whole thing. I don't know how long it's going to be. It really depends on how far the yarn goes, because I'm not going to buy any more yarn for it. Might be a baby size, it might not be, who knows. But I'm pleased with how it's coming out. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 works in progress. That's totally reasonable, right? Sometimes I think I have a few screws loose, but that's okay. So, what is up next? First, I'll show you my spinning, because I have it out here and I don't want to tempt the dogs anymore. This is, I'm looking at the tag, because I don't want you guys to have to hear that awful crinkle, especially if you have earbuds on. This is, again, Friends in Fiber, which is what I got at the Vermont Sheep and Wool. They're local in New Hampshire. Friends in Fiber BFL, 4 ounces, and the color is Blue Hubbard. I let Kristen pick out which fiber I would do next. And my goal with this is to be able to Navajo ply it. I've gotten so that I can pre-draft as I go, which is nice. Not pre-draft, so I can draft as I spin. And I'd like to be able to Navajo ply it. So I could have a 3-ply. And so that I can put it all in one bobbin. So there you go. That's that. And then I don't have singles left over to wonder what the heck to do with it. So that's up next for spinning. I'm also going to be knitting that green cardigan that I showed you. Another one in this color, which is called Cotton Candy. Yep, Cotton Candy. If I can stop shaking, you could probably see that. There you go. And surprisingly, that little sweater takes a lot of time. But Kristen has an MRI, 2 MRIs on Monday, so that's going to be a lot of waiting time for me, so that's what I'm planning on bringing on Monday. The other thing, I have 2 other things I want to work on. One is I want to make some more project bags similar to this one, and potentially have those go in the Poor Girl project bag shop, but I'm not sure. I'm going to have to see if cost would justify it, because I'm trying to keep the bags in the shop reasonable. And the last thing I have upcoming is, Margaret talks a lot about the fiber factor, and she got me hooked on it. I loved that little web series by Skacel, the yarn company. And when I saw this, I knew I had to knit it. And then I went to Stitches, and they actually had the item there, and I knew even more I had to knit it. And I came home and purchased the pattern, because I wanted to, rather than get the hard copy of the pattern, I wanted to get it digitally. So if I want to print it out and have a hard copy, that's great. But if I want to use it on my iPad, which is what I tend to do, I can do that. And it just so happened that I had the yarn that I needed to make it, which fits in my spending freeze. So I guess I can stop babbling and just tell you. It's called the Owl in One. It's from challenge number 3. Who did this? Lauren Riker designed it for the Fiber Factor. And it takes 800 yards of a DK weight for the body and about 2 yards of a contrast color. And it's so cute, and my niece is going to look adorable, and she will be just the right size and walking to wear this in the fall, so hopefully, let's see if I can have it so you can see it. Isn't that, I just closed it. Isn't that adorable? I mean, look at the little butt feathers. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And a couple of years ago, I did the Snuggle challenge with Sadie of the Yarnivore podcast, and I won for the most snuggles made. And I got a sweater quantity of Willow, which is a DK weight, 70% merino, 30% cashmere yarn, which is so soft and luxurious. And it might seem silly to use cashmere for a baby item, but it's so cute, and I'm hoping they'll get some good pictures of her wearing it. And it's the type of piece that when they have another baby, if they have another baby, boy or girl, they could wear it and maybe be a cutesy heirloom type thing. And it actually does say you can machine wash it on delicate and dry flat. So the color is shade, it's smudgy. It's shade W1, and it's this creamy natural color, which I think will be perfect for the owl. And then I just have some, I'm sure I have some DK that I can do the beak in. And I think it's going to be so cute. And they're actually, I believe, having a knit along in February, which is why I want to get some of my smaller whips off the needles so I can enjoy knitting this, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And I have a lot of balls of this. This was a sweater quantity for an adult sweater. And it has, these skeins have 140 yards. And I only need 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, and I have 10 skeins. So I'll have more than enough. Maybe I'll make Mom a hat that matches. Just checking to see if I missed anything. We had some people introduce themselves on the TGIF board on Ravelry this week. So here's when I say hello to all of you and thank you for joining. I wanted to say hello to Zoe DB, who is also 24 Karat Crochet here on YouTube. To Ami Sarah Indy, I think that's how you say your Ravatar. Not your Ravatar. Your Ravelry handle, your Ravelry username. Who's Sarah in Germany on YouTube? KFitzy007 from Nova Scotia, Windsor, Nova Scotia. Jennifer Jerome. She didn't say where she was from. Dennis or Buzzboy said hello. And Nitpick56 said hello. So welcome everybody to the group. It's the last couple weeks also to get your projects started and or finished for the shawl knit along. We have quite a few finished. I think we have maybe 10, 9 or 10, which is great. The last thing I wanted to mention was that tomorrow, what is the date? February 1st, 2014, I will be hosting another Google Hangout at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It went really well last week. I had a lot of fun. Kristen even made a cameo and said hello to everybody. I did learn a couple things since then. We can only have 10 people per Google Hangout, so it's really a first come, first serve. I don't know that people got rejected from joining. I will post the link on the Ravelry page when that is live. The other thing about the Google Hangout is I'm going to ask that everybody who participates have a headset or a set of headphones with a microphone, because that helps with the feedback, so that when I speak to you, you don't hear me speaking on everybody else's computer and vice versa. So there's no feedback, and it's really easier to hear what everybody's saying and have a more enjoyable time. So if you're interested, grab a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, a soda, don't tell Margaret, a glass of water, you're knitting or crocheting, and come on, or spinning. Dale Kwan spun during the hangout, and come chat with us. We had a really good time, and it was kind of probably like an epic. It was a long time. It might have been a record-setting hangout. It was long, but until next time, I hope you're all doing well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.